Hey guys, long time no see. Um, I'm going to be making an update video, but this video I really wanted to get done and get up and kind of talk about because I think it's probably going to help me deal with it a little better. But on June 21st, my best friend passed away. She was 22, and she actually passed away from a heroin overdose. And I just kind of wanted to talk about it with you guys, and I got a new tattoo, so that's also why I wanted to make a video, because I got a lot of people liked my tattoo video, and they wanted to know if I was going to get more, and if I got more, if I would show them. And since there's a very important message behind the tattoo that I just got, I really wanted to just make a whole video and talk about it a little bit. So my friend, I met her in 7th grade when we made cheerleading together. She moved here from another town, like up in the city, and so she moved here and we became friends instantly. She was always like the badass, don't mess with me, I'll beat your face in kind of person. And she was always the party girl in high school and stuff like that. But she was always really different with me. I was always the one trying to get her out of trouble, always the one trying to keep her away from the trouble, and always trying to just have her make better decisions. And I just loved her for the person that she was either way. We got into a lot of trouble together. We've had a lot of really good times together. And I kind of lost touch with her for a little bit. When she moved, she wasn't here, and I had Paisley, and I had, I had Paisley, so I was working and being a mom and trying to figure all that out. And so we would just kind of see each other whenever she would come back, and we would like talk on the phone and stuff every once in a while. And when Ryan proposed, I asked her to be in my wedding. I really would have liked to have her as a maid of honor, but she's not really reliable, so I just had her be a bridesmaid. And a lot of stuff was happening with that. She wouldn't respond to me for a while, and then she would be like, oh hey, I lost my phone, or my phone got disconnected and stuff like that. And so whatever. And I always knew she partied, I knew she drank, I knew she did, like acid every once in a while, Molly every once in a while, she smoked weed. I think she did coke here and there, like when she partied sometimes. Not that that's okay by any means, but I never knew that she had like a steady drug problem is kind of what I'm saying. And I don't know. So basically, when it started coming down to closer to the wedding, there was a deadline for the dresses, and I was like, hey, I really need to know if you're going to do this, because I have to get this dress paid for, or find somebody else to fill the dress and stuff. And she came, we got her dress done, my mom paid for it, and then she moved to Florida. And I was like really concerned that she wasn't going to come back for it and everything. She kept telling me she was, and yeah, so February came around, and she had wrote something on Facebook, and I sent her a message, and I was like, hey, what's going on? And she called me, and she told me she was back where we live and everything, and she was just kind of telling me about some stuff that had happened between her and her boyfriend. That's why she had moved, and her and her boyfriend had been together for like 10 years. So we were just kind of talking, and she was like, yeah, I'm excited about the wedding and everything, and we had a talk, and everything was fine. We hung out that next couple of days. We had hung out, and everything seemed okay. She didn't seem like she was doing anything. So I had been trying to get a hold of her once I got her dress, and it was in May. I had messaged her in May, and she read my messages and never replied. And I was like, are you coming to the wedding? Like, what's going on? Are you coming to the wedding? Nothing. Read, didn't reply. So she didn't come to the wedding. I had her dress, her and her hanger. with her name on it. She didn't come. And I guess I should have known then that something was wrong, because she wouldn't do that to me sober, and we didn't have that kind of relationship. We were always there when we told each other we were going to be there. And I should have probably known then that something was wrong. We probably should have tried to push harder and tried, but I just was busy with life trying to get stuff done, and I didn't. And a few days, like 2 days before the 21st, so like the 19th I think it was, I saw that she was with this girl on Facebook, and this girl, we'll call her B. She is a known heroin addict in our area. She's known to do it with people and have the other person overdose. She's been in jail for heroin charges, and I kind of had a really bad feeling that day when I saw that, and I just didn't say anything because she blew off my wedding. I just assumed she was not wanting to talk to me. I didn't know what was going on, so it's not my business to tell her who she can and cannot hang out with, and I just kind of let it be. And then on the 21st, I was out eating dinner with my mom, and my grandma called my mom, and my mom was like, "What are you talking about, blah blah blah," and then she looked at me and she was like, "You need to get on her Facebook," and I did, and I saw this big post that her mom wrote that she had passed away in at 12:47 or 12:45, and I kind of already knew why she did without having to ask questions. So I texted her mom and I was like, "Hey, can you call me? Let me know what's going on." And she didn't call me till the next day, but I had talked to a few of our like mutual friends. Kind of got a little bit of the story. Once I talked to her mom, I confirmed the fact of the person she got the heroin from was that girl B. Her mom turned her phone into the police department. They said that a lot of people should be getting arrested, so I'm really hoping and praying that's what happens. Right now in Illinois, we have a law, I don't know if it's anywhere else, but if you sell someone heroin and they overdose, it's actually considered an assisted homicide, and you can go to jail for murder, basically. So I'm kind of hoping that's the charge that she gets. Yeah, so I ended up reaching out to her boyfriend because I had grown up with him and I knew him before him and her ever dated, and then I was her best friend. Like, we did everything together, and that included him as well. Like, we were all together all the time, and I felt that I should probably reach out to him, and I talked to him. It was very hard to talk to him because all he kept telling me was, "I'm sorry, Jen, I'm sorry. I couldn't save her," and, you know, he kind of told me what happened. He was there, he found her, so I'm not sure how much I believe of the full story that I got from him, because he was also on it as well, so I'm not really sure of what all to believe from it. But so now on Sundays are the visitations. Monday is the funeral. And so I decided to get a tattoo for her in her remembrance, and I just wanted to show you guys it, and I wanted to talk about it. And I want to also say, you know, if you have someone in your life and you know they're doing something, like, reach out to them and try to help them the best that you can. And, you know, I've realized a lot over the past year or so, and especially with this, that not people who are addicted to anything will not get better if they don't want to. They will only accept help when they want help, and they have to be willing to get better in order to get better. You can't force them. You can't be addicted to their addiction, and you can just try to be supportive, and hopefully you can save their life. If not, it's not your fault. I've blamed myself quite a bit for this, for not reaching out more, for not being there more, and it's just been a hard thing for me to deal with, because I've never had anyone that was like close to me pass away, and she was my best friend. She was there through everything that I've ever done since 7th grade, and it's been hard. So I just wanted to kind of talk to you guys a little bit about it, and I'll show you guys my newest tattoo for her. And it's right here. You guys can see. And it says, "Too beautiful for Earth," and then it has wings, and then it has CMT, which is her initials, and then it says 8793 to 6/21/16. That's her birth date and the day she died. And I just wanted to do that because she's always been a part of me. She's always been by my side, and that's why I put it there. And it's also on my ribs, so that's protecting my heart. So that was also part of that. And that was probably the most painful tattoo I've ever had. It was very painful, but it was definitely worth it, and it helped me to try to deal with this in the best way that I could. So I'm gonna get going, and I just kind of wanted to talk to you guys and show you the newest tat. And I hope that if you guys know someone struggling with addiction, that it doesn't consume your life, and that if you can save their life, you can, and if you can't, then just don't blame yourself. And I'm sorry if that happens to you, because it's very hard. So I will talk to you guys soon, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye guys.